So now that we've created an AdWords tag, and just kind of imagine that our remarketing tag was installed properly on Poppin, now we want to go ahead and create a remarketing list. Some people call them remarketing audiences, some people call them remarketing lists. Either way, it's fine. Okay, and these are going to be lists that we're going to use in future campaigns. Just creating the lists does not mean we're creating a campaign. We're just creating a list. We're just creating specific audiences. It's not necessarily, we're not going to be running ads to them. We might not want to use them right away. We might want to start capturing certain types of visitors for later use, but it's always good to start creating your audiences now. So over here, like I said, we have our default all visitors audience, which was automatically generated for us by Google right when we set up remarketing. But let's say we want to create a little bit more thoughtful of a remarketing list. Let's say we want to track people who came to the file cabinets page, because we want to, for example, Poppin is pushing their file cabinets very aggressively because they have high margins on them. They're high quality products and they have a very low return rate. And I'm just making all that up, but let's say that's the scenario. So I'll copy this page, go back over to my remarketing audience. I'm going to create a new remarketing list, and it's going to be made up of website visitors. Okay, that's the remarketing audiences that we're going to be working with. So you click website visitors. We're going to name the list. So visitors of file cabinets main page, and people who visited a page with any of the following. These are my rules. Okay, so they visited the file cabinets page, and I have the option that the URL contains or the referrer URL contains. In this case, we want to click the URL contains, but I don't need to have the entire URL in there, because as long as it contains this extension or this subdirectory, we're going to be getting the correct people on this list. And once again, I could estimate my list size if my remarketing tag was active and there were people already who had come to this page. I would be able to see exactly how many cookies or how many people are going to be eligible to be marketed to on this remarketing audience. Right now it's telling me the list is empty. That's because we don't have a remarketing tag and we haven't captured any visitors. And in this box, we have the option to include past users who match these rules. I usually like to do that. In some cases, if you recently made changes to your website, or you for some reason knew that the traffic that have come to your pages was not good traffic, then you would not want to include past users who match these rules. Membership duration. This is something we mentioned in the previous video. How long will it take for the cookie to expire on your visitor's browser? So it's generally 30 days. Let's say I know that Poppin has a longer sales funnel at 60 days, so I'll make it 60 days. So it'll be a 60-day cookie. That means if somebody comes to my website on October 10th, right, they're cookied. We drop a cookie, a pixel into their browser. We then could remarket to them as part of this audience if they come to the furniture page. And if they have not come back to the site within 60 days, after 60 days, they are no longer eligible to be remarketed to with our remarketing campaigns. Okay? In this box, we could add a description. There's no need for me to do that here because it's a self-explanatory rule. And we'll go ahead and click Save. Okay, so now we're going to start populating this audience of people who visited the file cabinet's main page. Now remember, we spoke about the idea of creating a cart abandoner campaign, a cart abandoner audience, so we could target specific people who had added products to the cart but did not check out. So for example, let's say we wanted to do that with Poppin. So let's go ahead and add an item to the cart so we can get the cart URL. So I'll go over to the white snow 3 drawer. I'll choose my color and I'll add it to the cart. Okay, now let's say I want to view the cart. So if I want to view my cart, I want to then take this URL after I viewed the cart, because this is the URL that signifies somebody coming to the site with a product in the cart. Now you might be thinking, well, maybe the person clicked on the cart icon and they didn't really have any products in the cart, so they're not really a cart abandoner. And I would say you're right. That could happen. But the overwhelming majority of people who are coming to the cart page will have a product in the cart. Okay, so I'll take the cart URL, just the end of it, go back over to my AdWords dashboarding. I'm going to want to create a new remarketing audience. Once again, we'll choose website visitors. We'll call this one cart abandoners. Visitors of a page, and we're going to start now. We're going to add a rule. So first, we're going to include anybody who visited the /cart page, okay? But we want to add a second rule. We want to make sure there are people who did not check out. I don't want to run a remarketing campaign for file cabinets for people who already bought them. So I want to make sure that it's only people who added items to the cart, but not people who checked out. In order to do that, we need to add a second rule. So we click plus rule. One page must have all of the following. And over here is where we create our second rule. So the URL does not contain / and I'm not going to go ahead and order a $300 file cabinet right now, but let's just assume, let's pretend that their URL for the order complete thank you page was order-confirmation. That's a pretty standard one. Okay, I'll click done, and now I have two rules. I have the people who visited a page that included /cart, but they did not view a page that included or contained / order confirmation. Those are the people that will be eligible for this audience. Okay, once again, let's say I want to make this a 70-day membership duration. I'll click save, and now I have my third list, right? I have a automatically created all visitors list that AdWords made me. This will be everyone on my remarketing list. Visitors of file cabinets main page, and cart abandoners. Okay, so that's the way we set up remarketing audiences. As time goes on, and once you have your remarketing tag, you're going to start seeing list sizes here. You're going to start seeing people populating these lists. Now, what about running a remarketing campaign? Okay, now we're not going to get very deep right now at this time into setting up display campaigns, because this course is really focusing on search. But let me show you the steps to basically apply this list to certain campaigns. Okay, go back to all campaigns, and we're going to create a new campaign. We could create a search network only campaign, or we could create a display network only campaign, or we could do a search network with display select, which is a campaign type that I really don't like, and you should never really use it. Okay, so let's say we were going to do a remarketing campaign for search, because that's very appropriate for us. What that means is somebody who's been to our site before and now they're back at Google search and they're searching for certain keywords, we want to target those specific previous website visitors. We spoke about remarketing lists and search ads, RLSA, in the previous video, so you know what that is. So I'm going to go ahead and click search network only. And let's say we want to do a cart abandoners campaign. I'm nervous that people are coming to Poppin, they're adding items to the cart, and then they're going back to Google to comparison shop. So I want to be there. I want to show another ad to those people and give them a 5% coupon. It's a really, really powerful technique. It's really, really cool stuff. So I'll name this remarketing to cart abandoners, and let me just copy this because I'm gonna do all features, and I'm gonna have to click OK. And I'll paste my campaign name back in there. And we have all the same settings. So we're not going to go ahead and run through all these settings. Once again, I'll include search partners, US and Canada. And default bid, let's say, is $3. Well, I'll make my default bid a little bit more aggressive at $4 because, that's probably too aggressive. I'll make it at $3 because with the remarketing, I know that the quality of my visit of the visitors who are going to be seeing my ad is going to be very high, because not only do I know that they were on my website, because I'm only going to be using our cart abandoners audience to target this campaign, I know that these are people who are very close to checking out. So you know what, I'm going to go back up to $4 on that. And our budget, let's make it $200 a day, because I really, really want to make sure I get all the impressions possible. And I'll choose my delivery method to accelerated. I could add my site link extensions right from here. So I could add some site link extensions, and I could schedule it if I want to, and we'll click save and continue. So ad group is remarketing, or 10% coupon. So this ad group will be focused on giving people a 10% coupon to come back. And keep in mind, we're only targeting this ad that we're writing now is only going to be shown to people who have been to our site and who have added products to their cart, because we're only going to be using the remarketing audience called cart abandoners to target these ads. So headline could read something like, very straightforward. So I think this is a powerful headline. 10% off your pop-in cart. It's immediately giving off the impression and it's immediately conveying a sense of personalization. I'm speaking to you and I'm also telling you, I know that you've been to our site. I know that you almost ordered and I really want you to order. It means something to me. And it means so much that here's a 10% coupon. So you're conveying to a person that I'm treating you in an individualized way, while at the same time offering them a discount, which is incredibly valuable to the consumer. Description line 1. You could be as clear as unclear as you'd like. You could kind of write features, benefits. It's not as important here to describe the products because these are people who already added products to the cart. You want to just appeal to the person. So here we have 10% off your pop-in cart. We were so set to see you go. Once again, it's more that personalization. And here's the call to action. Complete your order today and save. What we do need to do, I realize, we need to add the coupon. We need to actually give them the coupon code. So let's say we created a coupon code is save10. Enter, let's say, save10 at checkout. And save. And complete your order today. So we change this line up a little bit.